Are you ready to uncover the latest twists and turns in Greater Toronto Area's real estate market? February 2025 data is in. Whether you're planning to buy, sell, or just curious about what's going on in the real estate, this video is for you. These insights could change your game plan. Stay tuned as we dive into sales trends, pricing shifters, and what does that mean to you. Hello everyone, if this is your first time stopping by this channel, I'm Nikita Chakneni with eXp Realty Brokerage, a dedicated real estate agent serving in Greater Toronto area. If you need help with any real estate transactions, either buying, selling or leasing, get in touch with me. You would of course want to work with a real estate agent who is active, energetic, excited and knowledgeable. So get in touch with me. I will make sure your real estate journey goes stress-free. Today I'm breaking down February 2025 market trends so that you can make informed decisions. If you are keen on staying ahead with the real estate game, do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Without any further delay, let's get into the video. First and foremost, let's look at the sales activity. In February 2025, total number of 4,037 houses were sold, which was 27% less compared to February in 2024. This significant drop indicates that the market has cooled down, offering buyers excellent opportunities, more options and negotiating power. On the other side, when you look at the new listings and available inventory, new listings saw a 5% increase compared to last year, with 12,066 homes entering into the market just in February 2025. This again has expanded the inventory available in the market now and potentially more favorable terms for buyers. Another point to note is that average days a property is staying on the market is decreasing, which was 37 in January 2025 and reduced to 28 in February. This is a positive indication for sellers that on average the properties are staying for less days in the market. And this might continue as the spring market is coming up and more buyers will come up then. But this didn't help with the MOI. MOI is months of inventory. It is a metric which is used to understand what is the available inventory. If the sales are going on at the same rate what is going on now, how many months, for how many next months the properties or the inventory available will be sufficient. For example, if there are 10 properties available in the market now and 2 properties are getting sold every month, that means for the next 5 months we have the sufficient inventory already available. Then the MOI becomes 5. We don't consider the houses which are coming up to the market in the future. This metric only consider the number of houses which are active on the market at the moment. When compared to the last few months, MOI is higher in February at 4.81. So from the numbers we can understand that the sales are increasing and also the active listing which are coming onto the market, but the ratio they are increasing is not the same. Active listing has a spike whereas the sales are increasing steadily and not a big spike. And when we look at the average selling price across all home types, it was 1.08 in February 2025 whereas it was 1.1 in February 2024, which means average price has decreased by around 2% in February 2025. This slight dip suggests a stabilization in prices, which could be advantageous for buyers who want to enter into market. Let's also do the price breakdown by home types. If we look at the detached home, there were 1,700 detached homes sold in February with an average price of 1.44. I'm mentioning the exact numbers on the screen. This average price is increased by 0.2% when compared to the last year. But the interesting part in this is just in the Toronto area, the prices have increased by 7.6%, whereas the areas surrounding Toronto, they are reduced by 3%. There's a big difference. Increase of 7% in Toronto and the areas around it decreased by 3%. Let's look at the semi-detached now, which were the lowest home types which was sold in February, which is just 356 homes. Yes, just 356 semi-detached homes were sold in February with an average price around 1.07 million. Total average price is reduced by 4% compared to last February. Unlike detached homes, for semi-detached, even in Toronto, the rates are reduced by 3.6%. And the areas around Toronto, it's decreased by 5.3%. So the semi-detached homes have the maximum percentage of decrease in average price when we compare with the last year. For townhouses, there were total of 700 townhouses sold in February with an average price of 900k, which is 2.3% less when compared to February last year. Another interesting metric about townhouses is townhouses in Toronto, the prices have actually increased by 5.6%, whereas the areas around Toronto, it is reduced by 4.6%. This will be surprising for many to know that condo apartments 1200 were sold in February with an average price of 680k, which is again 1.3% less when compared to last year. Same as semi-detached, even for condo apartments, prices have reduced in Toronto for 0.5% and the areas around it is reduced by 4.7%. So in overall, if we compare the sales number and the average prices comparing with the last year, semi-detached average prices reduced a lot and detached have increased by 0.2% overall. But if you are considering to buy a detached home around Toronto and not in Toronto, the rates are actually reduced by 3%. When we look at the historical average prices in February for the last 5 years, 2022 was obviously the peak market and the prices were really high. But after 2022, February this year had the lowest prices. And when we look at the economic indicators in February 2025, Bank of Canada has maintained the benchmark interest rate at 3%, aiming to support economic stability. This steady rate can influence borrowing costs, impacting buyers' purchasing power and sellers' pricing strategy. So finally, what are the key takeaways for buyers and sellers out there? For buyers, there is an increased inventory and you have a lot more options available in the market. Stable interest rates provide favorable financial conditions. And average prices decline compared to the last year, which gives buyers more potential for negotiations. For sellers, it is hard time, but as the spring market is coming, there will be more buyers in the market and the number of sales will increase. Decreasing average days of market a property is staying is a positive indicator for sellers. But in the current scenario, competitive pricing is the best strategy for your house. Enhanced property presentation can attract more buyers. Flexibility in negotiation can also be a deal maker for you. Even in this market, there are houses which are getting sold in few days on the market. So it is also on how your real estate agent is putting your property in the market and how the property is being marketed by real estate agent. Especially in these situations, it is very important that you have a right agent who can market your property very well. If you need any help, get in touch with me. I'll make sure you get the best service and your house is sold. And for buyers, there is a lot of inventory available in the market. You have a lot of options and you have the potential to negotiate. I don't wait for the summer to come. There will be more buyers in the market and the situations might change then. Take advantage of the market when you have the power of. So yeah, that's all about the February 2025 Greater Toronto Area's real estate market trends. If you found this video helpful and informative, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you need any more understanding about the trends or if you are confused on when to start your process, if either selling or buying, get in touch with me. I can help you with all the process. I'll make sure the process won't be stressful for you. My contact details are mentioned on the screen and also mentioned below. Get in touch with me. See you in the next video. Until then, stay happy and stay along.